I have a doctor's appointment today, and it is my most dreaded. I got about 30 minutes to get ready. No matter what I do ever, the lady was like, it'll be straight, it's fine. Never. It's never straight. It's fine. I still love it. Anyways, doctor's appointment. I hate going to the doctor. Who likes going to the doctor? I never had a good experience. Oh, I guess never. The bad experience outweighs the good experience by such a large margin that I don't want to go, but I must. I have some things. Nothing serious, hopefully, but I have some things. But in light of going to the doctor, I thought I would share my experience the last 2 times I've gone to the doctor. So the first time I went to the doctor, I went for regular checkups and I needed ibuprofen because I have arthritis. And I was diagnosed I started the process at like 27. My dad has arthritis really bad and psoriasis really bad. So it was kind of like, knew it was coming. I have an aunt that had child arthritis. We knew it was coming. So I went and I ended up going to a Japanese doctor. It got all situated and it said, yes, I do have arthritis. Just like it's the beginning stages. Like, as long as I stay up on it, there's nothing really they can do besides prescribe ibuprofen. Fine. So I went to the doctor to get ibuprofen, get my yearly checkup needed. My sister had breast cancer, so I needed to do genetic testing and blah, blah, blah. I do it every once in a while. Mammogram. What else? Get my moles checked. I do that probably every 2 years. I probably should go every year, but literally hate the doctor. All that stuff. So, go to do this. Shabazz. And first of all, I get gaslit into, you don't have arthritis, you're too young, you're healthy, you're whatever, you don't have arthritis. But I do, I've been diagnosed. So I bring in the paperwork, or I say I'm going to bring in the paperwork next time I come. I do get the genetic testing and stuff, thankfully. Everything's fine. Never got a referral to a skin doctor. I forgot what they're called. But never got referred to them to get my skin checked because I should be fine is the thing. But the thing is, I'm super moly. I have moles all over my face, moles all over my whole body. Just always happened. So I've gotten checked in my adult life a lot. Found my other earring. And as it should be. If I want to get checked, I have health insurance. Why can't I? Well, whatever. She says my weight is good. Do I have any other concerns? No. Go back 2 or 3 months later, and she tells me that I'm the same weight, by the way. I stay about a 10-12. About a 10-12. I'm not skinny by any means, but I'm also not super overweight by any means. I'm pretty sure this is a size 10 pants. But she tells me that I'm overweight and tells me that my joints hurt because I'm overweight and because I need to be more active. Now, mind you, I haven't been to the gym in a long time right now. Probably 2 months is a long time for me. But I've been working out at home. I still get my 10,000 steps in every day. I eat very 80-20. Oh, fuck. It's fine. I dripped. I don't know if you guys saw that. I eat very 80-20, 80 healthy, 20 shit. At least that's always my goal. Always my goal. So this comes as a fucking shock to me. And I said, I go to the gym 5 days a week. I make sure I get 10,000 steps in. Like, I'm sweating at the gym too. I'm lifting weights. And she's just like, do you want Ozempic or whatever the off-brand is that they use? And I'm like, no, I don't. Thank you. There's nothing wrong with Ozempic. I know plenty of people who are on it, but no, I don't want it. And it continues. And she's like, well, if you ever change your mind, like, I'm getting a fucking piece of candy. It's literally medication that I take a shot at home, and it's so, whatever. That's a whole nother conversation. But how do I go 1 month and my weight is fine? No concerns, no nothing, no worries. She doesn't say anything about it. And then 2 or 3 months later, she's asking me if I want Ozempic. She also tells me that I don't have arthritis. And she orders more tests. And I say, I'm not having more tests. It's in there that I have arthritis, and I also have the paperwork at home. I have the records because I went to a Japanese hospital and they suggested that I get them translated, which I did, and carry them with me, which I do. So even when I bring that in, she's like, no, you don't have arthritis. And I'm like, okay, then why do I wake up every morning with pain in my hands and my hip and my knees sometimes hurt so badly I can't even get up off of the floor, despite taking care of myself and not being morbidly obese. But that's on another thing, because technically, if you follow whatever scale they're following, I am morbidly obese as a size 10. So I hate going to the doctor, specifically this doctor, when she was like, do you care if it's your doctor or another provider? I said, another provider, please. And I've already put in the paperwork. I've already put in the freaking paperwork to change doctors, and nobody's contacted me. Nobody's nothing. We're just hanging out in fucking La La Land waiting for somebody to help me change providers because they're so filled at the hospital that I go to. Whatever, there are bigger problems. I just have to advocate for myself harder, which sucks because I don't feel like you should have to advocate for yourself harder. I feel like if I say I want to go see a specialist, they should just be like, okay, because it's not coming out of their pocket. Yes, they have to fill out the paperwork or whatever, but it's not coming out of their pocket. So why are we so stingy with the paperwork that we have to fill out so that I can go see the provider that I want? So what if nothing comes out of it? So what if I find out I'm perfectly fine afterward? Why do we care? I don't understand. I'm going because I had this weird skin patch. I have a couple of things I want to talk about, but the main thing is like I had this weird skin patch, but of course it's healed. Like I said, my dad has arthritis and psoriasis. They go hand in hand. So like if I have arthritis, I'll probably get psoriasis. And it's just, managing it. It's just, if somebody would believe me, when I go to the doctor and I talk to somebody, they would be like, oh, you're right, we should believe you. Let's send you to a specialist because you asked to see one. Things would be different. But whatever, I digress. That is my sob story. And we can move on now. I know last time I told you guys that I was surprising my kids by going to see a friend who was coming through the airport here, and we did, it was amazing. We waited for an hour at the airport and I didn't hear from her. So we showed up already an hour later because I was trying, it's an international flight, they have to go through all this stuff, they have dogs. So I got to the airport an hour after they were supposed to land. Well, they landed 2 hours late. I guess there was lightning. So I left the airport and I went to the closest food place that my friend wanted to go to, which was Chick-fil-A. And thankfully they had a play place, and my kids literally played for 4 hours in the Chick-fil-A. We waited 3 hours there for them. So they just played with the kids who were coming in and out from their parents eating there. And we waited, and then it was so freaking worth it. It was so fun. I got to see one of my best friends. I speak to her every day. It's so funny because we're both so awkward. Did not get a picture with her, unfortunately, because we're both retarded. And then the kids played. It was so funny though, because she came up behind me. She's like, oh my God, is that Shelby? And her daughter did not get the joke. And then my kids saw them and they were just like, hi, do you want to come play? No, oh my God, why are you here? Oh my God, this is so exciting. We haven't seen you in over a year. No, none of that. And it's so funny because we saw them every day. My kids had class with them. We saw them every single day, played with them every single day. I literally don't think that there was a day. And when we left each other, I cried like a baby. She cried. It was really hard. And then we see them after a year, and the kids are like a day never passed, playing, They only got to play for an hour, unfortunately. But, you know, it is what it is. They had a really long drive. But it was so funny. And then we get in the car. And my oldest says, it's really sad because I told them we were going to go to the optometrist. Get their eyes checked. So my oldest was like, it's really sad that we never got to make it to the optometrist. And I was like, no, there was never an optometry appointment. You never had to go to the eye doctor. I lied so that you guys wouldn't know. I was trying to surprise you with seeing your friend. And then my middle son was like, you're telling me that you lied? And I was like, yeah, so that I could surprise you. And he was like, well, I'm mad at you. And I said, wasn't it a good surprise? And he was like, yeah, but you lied. I was like, I am so sorry. They're about to be real sad because my mother is coming and I'm lying to them about that too. Let me do my eyeliner. So basically, after I did something nice for my children, surprised them with something, and mostly it was a surprise because we didn't know if it was going to be able to happen. Like, we didn't, like, I took them out of school. We didn't know if they were going to be able to, like, when they were, you know, they were delayed an hour. We didn't know what that was going to look like or what was going to happen. So I didn't want to tell them and then them be disappointed if they didn't get to see their friend. And that's why I did it, but I still left with angry kids because I lied about the eye doctor. Plus, my kids really, really want glasses. They don't need them. I wear reading glasses. Well, I should be wearing reading glasses. And my husband wears glasses sometimes. Sometimes for work. Not quite reading glasses, but kind of the same thing because he doesn't need them all the time. And they're probably not going to need glasses for a really long time. And if they do, it'll be when they're older. One I don't know because he's too little, but 2 out of 3 have perfect eyesight. My oldest that lives in Texas also has perfect eyesight. Like, they're probably not going to need glasses, but I just got into an argument with my 7-year-old because he wants glasses so badly, and he's like, how dare I not let him get glasses? My bad for not having bad eyesight, child. And I wear that, I have like fake glasses for them and sunglasses. They don't wear them, so I don't understand, but whatever. That's probably why he was really mad, because he thought he was gonna get glasses, but he's not. He doesn't need them. I usually surprise my kids anything, like my mother is coming and I will not tell them because it's just, what if something happens? I don't want them to be disappointed. Also, I don't want the never ending questions of, when is she coming? 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 It drives me nuts. It drives me up a freaking wall. So I don't want to deal with that. So we just don't tell them. And then it's a, oh my god, this is so cool, it's a surprise. Except they're mad at me now, so maybe I'll reevaluate and try something different next time. I don't know. I literally have chatted so quickly. It goes by so quick. It's already been 13 minutes. I'd never stop talking. It's gonna be great. We're all gonna have a good time. We're reaching the 3rd week of soccer. So it's like, this is where the growing pains happen, where my kids are like, I don't want to go to soccer practice. I don't want to play in the game. And then we have to force them to do it. If you're a parent, you get it, because I did not pay $65 for 8 weeks for you guys to not do it. And I don't care. I'm going to make them do it. They wanted to do it before. I know that some parents let their kids stop. Oh my god, where's my glue? But I think my kids are past that age where they could just be like, done. Just stop and not do it because they just don't want to. I think my kids are past that age and they need to do it. Learn what commitment is. Because they made a commitment. Oh my god, where's my glue? And my drawer is a hot ass mess. Okay, I need a second. Hold on. I found it. You're not supposed to use this glue, but I didn't find out until after I bought this, and I'm not wasteful, so I won't be throwing it away. But yes, the birthday party invitations have started to come from school already, and it's not a big deal, but also soccer and birthdays every Saturday. I don't love it, but it'll be okay. Okay, I'm gonna put on my eyelashes. If I ever come into any amount of money, the first thing to go will be these forehead wrinkles. Oh, see, it's not hair wash day. No, just a little bit of like powder or something. Okay, anyways, I hope you guys have a beautiful day today, and if you have to do something like me, which is get out of your comfort zone to go speak to a complete stranger about stuff that's going on in your body, that you find the courage to do it. It's not the end of the world. You may never see that person again, and it's important that you take care of yourself. I hope you have a wonderful day.